The clock ticked on the wall, each second, Wine's patience breaking and bringing the poor man standing by the corner of the room near to his death. Wine, where is he? She glared at Minho even if she couldn't see. Minho flinched, trying not to look directly at Wine. His fingers twisted with the edge of his jacket. Wine, Minho, do you even know how late it is? The poor guy could only pray quietly. Sometimes he wished he could just hit his boss, even if it was just one time chance. Because why? His boss makes his wife angry and he's always the one to go through the consequences. Minho. I know, ma'am. He'll be here soon. Please don't worry. He trembled before whispering to himself, Dear God, please protect my boss's life tonight. Warren, what are you whispering about now? Minho, I was just praying. He smiled awkwardly before pouring a glass of water for her. Warren, when did you turn religious? Minho, just a moment ago. Warren took the glass and drank up the water, taking a few deep breaths. Warren, what's wrong with picking up phone calls? If he's not going to use his phone, then tell him to throw it away. It was snowing outside, and she was worried sick. Gosh, her husband was done tonight. Minho only tried to comfort her quietly. Despite how moody she gets when it comes to her husband, Wine was the only kind person in his life. The one to take care of him, make him handmade foods, and tell him stories. She was his home. The night was cold and quiet in the cozy bedroom. Wine had fallen asleep, wrapped in a plush green blanket. Phone still clutched loosely in her hand. Her hair spilled around her face in soft waves. The door creaked open just past midnight, and Jungkook stepped in, shoulders hunched beneath the weight of his grief. The icy rain clutched to his coat, and his dark eyes shimmered with pain he never allowed himself to show. For a moment he just stood there, staring at the gentle rise and fall of her chest. Her blind eyes closed in rest were comfort and torment at all at once. She couldn't see the blood on his knuckles or the bruises that shadowed his jaw. Slowly, he moved to the edge of the bed and sat down. He reached out, his fingers brushing lightly over her hand, feeling the faint warmth in her skin. His lightest touch woke her up. Her mind was alert, waiting for him. Ryan, Jungkook, you're back? She sat up immediately. His hand was cold against hers. She didn't yell, she didn't win. She couldn't tell what time it was, but she knew. It was late, and he was quiet. Wine, are you okay? Jungkook placed his head in his lap, his gaze fixed on the floor. The grief in his chest was slowly eating him alive. His grandmother was gone. She had been the only soft thing in his world after his mother died, the only light he had ever known before Wine. Her death had been a quiet finality he hadn't been ready for, and now it echoed in the spaces of his mind, a hollow ache he couldn't escape. Wine, Jungkook, babe, are you hurt? She slowly raised her hand, touching his face, looking for injuries. Then her hand slipped down to his body. Wine, did you get in a fight? Jungkook held her hands over his chest. Jungkook, I didn't. He pressed her hands against his lips. JK, I'm sorry. I didn't want to wake you up. Wine, you didn't answer my calls. I was worried. Jungkook, I know. I know and I'm sorry. Wine shook her head. It didn't matter. She held him tightly, ending the distance between them before she cupped his cheeks. Wine, please tell me what happened. JK, Granny lost her breath tonight. For a moment, Wine didn't want to believe it. She was a woman who held such a great meaning in Jungkook's life. One could only imagine how much he must be bearing right now. She pulled him against her chest. He resisted just for a moment, the last of his stupid male pride trying to hold him together. But she was warmth, and home, and safety, and he couldn't keep it any longer. With a broken sob, he let himself fall forward, his forehead resting against her shoulder. She wrapped her arms around him, her fingers stroking her hair in soothing circles as he buried his face in her neck. Vaughn, you don't have to be strong with me, she whispered, her own voice trembling with the weight of his pain. Not tonight. I'm here with you. Jungkook tightened his grip around her even more, the man who had never bowed to anyone, who had ruled with an iron hand. Wani let himself be held. His shoulders shook with silent sobs, his tears wetting the soft cotton of her shirt. She pressed her lips to his temple, her own tears slipping down her cheeks. Wine, you're not alone, my love. I'm here. I'm always be here. The war outside could be cold and cruel, but in that small room he found peace in her. And wrapped in the arms of his woman, he finally let his tears fall. Wine held him for as long as he needed her. Minutes passed by, or maybe hours. She didn't know, she couldn't tell. It was only after such a long time he pulled back, made her lay down, and kissed her head. JK, thank you for holding me, love. Just promise to never leave my side. Wine held his hand tightly against her chest. Wine, you're everything to me, Jungkook. Do you think anyone can handle this woman you've spoiled so much? He smiled before joining her in the bed, pulling the sheets above the two of them. JK, is it working? Maybe I should just raise the bar a little higher. Wine, if you spoil me any more than this, I'm afraid even you won't be handle me now. Jungkook, challenging. I want to try it now. Wine grinned and pecked his lips. She kissed his cheek. That was her way of loving him, tracing her fingers over his features to visualize how he looked like, and feeling pride for having this man all to himself. Fine, I love you. You know that? Jungkook closed his eyes and took her in his embrace. Despite the hollow ache in his heart, he believed as long as he had her, his grandmother would be happy, and so would be his heart.